Hello, Namaste, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. This is As Muhammad Khan and I again welcome you with some other interesting topics. Like today we will discuss about the fertilization, post-fertilization and placenta student. About the male and female reproductive organ we have discussed now. Now the next topic that we will study is fertilization. Yes student, it is the important part of the sexual reproduction in which the male and female gametes meet with each other, and that process is known as fertilization. So the fusion of sperm and ovum inside the fallopian tube of the female body is known as fertilization, and in human internal fertilization is found, and it takes place in the uterus, inside the fallopian tube, just above the uterus student. So fertilization does not take place inside the uterus, it takes place inside the fallopian tube. Means the male gametes like the sperm meet with the female gametes like ovum, and in this the sperm are produced from the testes and the ovum is produced by the ovary, and in this the cell division that takes place is meiosis, from which they have the 23 pair of chromosome in the male gametes and the 23 pairs of chromosome in female gametes like ovum. When these 23 and 23 pairs meet with each other, then that process is known as fertilization, and from the fertilization there is one particular structure is formed that is known as zygote, and that zygote have the 46 pair of chromosomes student, and in that 46 pair of chromosomes the two pair of chromosomes are from the sex chromosome, and remaining chromosomes are responsible for the other body features. So there are total 46 chromosomes are found in the zygote. So after the formation of the zygote start the cell division. Means in the zygote there are the cell division takes place, from which the one hollow ball is prepared, and that hollow ball is prepared with the help of again the some cell division. That cell division is mitosis or meiotic cell division, and that embryo is now implanted inside the uterus student, and that process is known as implantation. So the process by which the embryo is entered inside the uterus and it stuck to the uterus wall, that process is known as implantation student. And after the implantation again the cell division is started, and in between this there is one other tissue is also developed, and that particular tissue is known as placenta, and it covers the embryo or the fetus, embryo and the fetus, and what it provides the nutrition to the newborn or to the embryo student, and with this it also provides the different life supporting gases like oxygen it support. So it also helps in the respiration. With nutrition and the respiration, this placenta also helps in the excretion, means the waste material that is produced by the newborn, that is removed by the side of the placenta. By the side of the placenta that waste material is removed. So nutrition, respiration and excretion are the main function of the placenta, and this placenta has the embryonic sac. It is also known as embryonic sac, means it is the bag of the embryo in which the embryo, fetus and placenta are protected. With this, this placenta also protects the So the placenta protects the embryo or the fetus from the jerks or the friction, student. So it is another function. So there are the four functions generally it has. First is nutrition, it provides the nutrition. Second is it helps in the respiration, and third is it will also help in the excretion. With this, placenta help in the protection of the newborn. It protects the newborn from the jerks and the friction, student. Now we come on the period, means the period from the fusion to the newborn or the birth of the newborn is known as gestation period, student. Gestation period. And what is the gestation period? In the case of human being, it is 8 to 9 months. Means a zygote is developed into newborn from 8 to 9 months. And this period in which the zygote is developed into newborn or it takes the birth, that particular period is known as gestation period, or in the case of the human being it is 9 months. It is 9 months, student, and that period is known as gestation period. Now we come on the next topic, that is known as contraception, student. So now, student, we come on one important topic, that is pregnancy control or population control. So first you try to understand that what is population. Total number of individuals in a particular area is known as population. In our country, the population is increasing day by day, and the reason of the population increasing, there are the many regions from which the population is increasing in our country. Especially the main reason is the poverty, illiteracy, and the desire of the son, and there are the religious belief. So these are the main reasons from which in our country the population is increasing day by day, and due to this our country has become the second largest country in case of population. After the China, India comes in the population, and in our country around there is 1,030,000,000 population is there. So how can we control the population? We can control the population with the help of some important methods, and those methods are known as contraceptive methods. And today we will discuss about the contraceptive methods or the contraception, means the process by which the pregnancy is controlled is known as contraception, and the methods that are used in that process are known as contraceptive methods. So the first method that we will discuss is barrier method. So with the help of that word barrier, you can easily understand that in this there is some particular devices are used, and those devices are made up of rubber sheets, and for the male there is one rubber sheet is used, and that rubber sheet is known as condom, student, and it is used by male at the time of sexual intercourse. And by the female there again another device is used, that is known as cervical caps, and it is also known as diaphragm, and it is a conical rubber sheath from which the cervix, that is the small opening of the uterus, it is blocked, from which the sperms, means with the help of both the barrier methods like the condoms and the cervical caps, the sperms don't enter in the uterus, student, and from which there is no fertilization takes place. And there is another importance of this method is, with the help of this method, barrier method, one can also be protected himself or herself from the sexually transmitted diseases. There are the different sexually transmitted diseases, and by using these methods, one individual can be protected himself or herself from those diseases like sexually transmitted disease like the AIDS, warts. These are the viral sexual transmitted disease, and bacteria transmitted sexually transmitted disease are syphilis and gonorrhea. These are the STDs. So one can protect it himself or herself by using the barrier method. Now we come on the next important method, that is known as IUCD. Now what is the full form of IUCD, student? Intrauterine contraceptive device. Intra, I for intra, U for uterine, C for contraceptive, D for device. So it is the device from which the fallopian tubes are blocked, and this device has the T-like shape. It is the T-like shape structure, and that is generally made up of plastic or copper. And the plastic T is known as plastic T, and the IUCD that is made up of copper, that is known as copper T. And with the help of that, we can also control the pregnancy or the female. So this IUCD is used by the female from which the fallopian tubes are blocked. And as you know that the fallopian tube is the site of fertilization from which the sperms does not enter inside the fallopian tube, and there is no fusion takes place. So the pregnancy can be controlled by the IUCD. Now we come on the next method, that is known as chemical method. Student, in the chemical methods, there are some pills or the jellies are used. In the pills means they are the small size tablets. They are taken orally, or they can be entered in the vagina. So with the help of that, we can also control the pregnancy. Like the oral pills are used orally by the female, and they contain estrogen and progesterone hormone, and from which the ovulation takes place and the fertilization that occurs there, it is removed. Now vaginal pills contain some spermicides, means they contain the spermicide in them, and from those spermicides the sperms are killed, and due to that there is no fertilization takes place. Now we come on the jellies. Jellies also contain the spermicide and particular chemical that kill the sperms, and from which the fusion does not takes place. So these are the chemical method. Now we come on the surgical method. Surgical means it is the method that is done by the surgeons. In the case of the male, the surgery is known as vasectomy. And it is the most important question, student. Write the difference in between the vasectomy and pubectomy. Generally this question is asked in your exams. So what is vasectomy? It is the surgical method in which the vas deferens is cut or bind with the help of thread, and from which the sperms does not come out, and there is no fertilization takes place. So the surgical methods in which the vas deferens is tied or blocked, that particular method is known as vasectomy. In the tubectomy, the fallopian tube is cut down or bind with the thread by the surgeon. That particular process is known as tubectomy. So these are the methods, these are the surgical methods from which the pregnancy is controlled, student. So now we have discussed about the contraception, student. Contraception. So these are the methods of the contraception. First is barrier method, second is IUCD, third is chemical method, Fourth is surgical methods. There is another method is also used in which the zygote is developed into embryo. So that embryo is removed by the female body, and that particular contraceptive method is known as MTP. Medical termination of pregnancy. What is the full form of MTP? Medical termination of pregnancy. So these are the methods from which we can control the population and we can also control the pregnancy. So now we come on the next topic, that is reproductive health, student. Reproductive health. What is the reproductive health? Reproductive health means the reproductive well-being. And how can we have this health? By taking the balanced diet, by taking care of personal hygiene, and by doing the regular exercise, we can take care of our reproductive health. And by awareing with these methods, we can also protect our reproductive health, because there are many sexually transmitted diseases we may have. So those sexually transmitted diseases may infect our reproductive health. That's why what method we use to protect from those diseases? This is barrier method. Like there are the disease, sexually transmitted disease, AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and it is caused by HIV, human immunovirus. So that if that virus is entered inside our body due to sexual intercourse, then our whole immune system is infected and we may fall sick, and from which our body does not fight with disease. So with the help of the barrier method, we can protect ourselves from the STDs. So these are the some methods from which we can protect our reproductive health and we can maintain our reproductive health. So thank you very much, student. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.